day 316. Adam's getting excited because we're at the John Deere dealership, picking some parts up, seeing what else they've got in. Quite a bit, to be fair. How black show in there? There we go, look at that. See a green and yellow. Look at that, I used to have that on fence where you could float the spools before you unplug the pipes.
Morning, folks.
You alright? Just looking at this John Deere, and they've logged in remotely and taught me how to drive it through the screen from an office miles away. It's pretty good, to be fair. Just drives like a Fendt though, they've basically copied the Fendt joystick.
The pages, your run page that you set. So press in the top right hand corner, yep, and I'll just bring it to your GPS page. Also, this is configurable as well, so you can make the actual field map smaller. You can put in your like FCVs down.
At night, when I'm uploading the videos, I can watch other videos at the same time. So I've been like watching sad ones, like reviews on duct tape. So I've got some brute force, what's it called? T-Rex brute force duct tape. Now apparently it'll lift 400 kilos. So I think tomorrow we do a bit of a challenge with it and see what we can lift with it. And apparently the Ferocious T-Rex tape is extra sticky as well. So we'll see what that's like. So I've ordered some off Amazon to play with because I'm a bit sad like that. This was the straw from yesterday. We've not really given it much heat. It's just a little bit of heat because we're drying the chip next door. So a little bit's coming this way. But it is starting to dry out. They don't look too bad, some of the bales, compared to yesterday. Great much shed building going on today. I'm just up here now dropping a shower screen off of the house at the new farm, but we're not going to put that building up today. I know it's not actually raining at the moment, but it's really cold and it's really wet. We've had 10 mil of rain overnight and it forecast that it was going to basically rain all day, whereas tomorrow it's not. So we thought, well, rather than get cold and wet today, we'll just put it off and we'll build it tomorrow, get it up tomorrow, and we'll do jobs in tractor cabs or around the yard in sheds today. So we're just doing a bit of a mod on the boiler, got a bearing on, and we're clearing one of the sheds out, and the lads are moving a bit of muck from a riding stables as well. So we'll get that on a field ready for putting beans in when it dries up in a few weeks. Just looking up at the field here. Adam's tipped that load of muck about 10 minutes ago. Just nicely steaming away. I have to tip it up there where the field's highest so that it's not flooded. It's nice dry ground because here it's pretty wet. So we've had to drive down the track there, put it at the far end. This is some of the last rape we sown. Grass weeds are dying back a bit now. So all the green you can see is oilseed rape. Someone's obviously been on it on a motorbike though. Very wet underfoot considering it's direct drilled, but we have had 10 mil of rain. But they don't look too bad, to be honest. It's actually a little bit of new growth, which is surprising because it's been so cold. But maybe another month it'll look totally different again, hopefully. We'll get some fertiliser on it so it kicks on and grows faster than the pigeons, hopefully. It's nice to see people are bringing poo bags out for the dogs. It's a shame they just like drop them and leave them in the puddle. I suppose it's better than leaving them in a pile at the gate. It's disgusting. If you'd carried your dog poo to the end of the footpath, why leave it in the gateway? It's disgusting, just take it home. Bit of a damp day, so we're going to clean this shed out because we normally put the combine in here, but it's just accumulated full of rubbish. Just on the computer talking to the DVLA. I'm also on hold as well on the phone, trying to get hold of them properly to make sure I can assign this to the combine. Load of wheat going out, just watching on the cameras as I'm just trying to sort out everything on the computer. I've been on with the DVLA trying to sort this out. What on the web chat they tell me I can and how to do it. At first registration I can assign it, but on the phone they told me I can't. So I'm still none the wiser, but I was hoping to assign that to the combine from new, because as far as I'm concerned, although that's a private registration, it's only just reserved 21 plate. So surely if you're assigning a reg to a vehicle, you can just assign it from new. And other people say you can, But trying to find someone that's actually done it in real life is proving difficult, and the DVLA basically don't know their ass from their elbow. So it's a bit of a pain, because one says I can and one says I can't. So we'll just have to see what happens come March. This was yesterday's quiz question. We go around here, so lights are dazzling it. It is, in fact, an airless sprayer. So you put paint in the top, and there's a pump at the bottom. And rather than mixing the paint with air to blow it, it just compresses the paint in a piston to really high pressure, pumps it down this hose, and then out this nozzle. Nearly wrecked my phone, I didn't realise I had pressure in it. Out that hose, and lets the paint out, and then the nozzle spins. If you twist that dial, you get a blockage. It turns the nozzle the other way around, lets the blockage out, and then you turn it back. Really, really fast at painting, and really quick. It's not like you wouldn't paint a car with it, but for buildings and trailers and skips and stuff, it's really good. In fact, I did actually use it 6 months ago painting some skips, if someone's been watching for that long. But yeah, it's an airless sprayer, a hydraulic sprayer. Still waiting for the rest of my flags to arrive. I've ordered a Case one, a Range Rover one, an Oliver's Machinery one, which is an American manufacturer, and I'm trying to get a Valtra and a Fendt one, Valtra and a JCB one for free. But if anyone thinks of any other flags that are worthy in the workshop, let me know in the comments. The girders have all come out of the workshop now, and I actually think there's more paint on the floor than on the girders. These tubes are all welded up as well for tomorrow, and like I say, it's supposed to be dry, so we're going to try and get the frame up for that building tomorrow. So we're going to be busy because we've got a building going up at one yard and a boiler getting fixed at this one. Just moving the bags the easy way. Saves using the pallet forks, using the new squeezer. Shed's starting to get a bit tidier. Andrew's doing what he does best, leaning on a brush, chatting. Another video I watched on YouTube is a review of Whately batteries, and apparently these, although they cost half the price in Makita, they're 3/4 of, so they work out a lot cheaper than buying Makita. Just looking at this bearing that's gone, it's totally come off its holder, rusted and everything. That should have a nut on, it's snapped and pushed out of shape. It's not going to be an easy job. I don't know whether I'm going to attempt finishing it today. I'll just try and clean it up and work out what's wrong with it. You hear it squeaking now. Well, that was a stroke of luck. Obviously this ash auger keeps squeaking because the bearing's gone on it. And I just looked at it looked a big job to do. But what I couldn't understand is why it was running every 2 minutes when it's set to only run every 7. So I rang Chris up from the manufacturer, and he said what it'll be is every time the cyclone on the exhaust de-ashes, so like a little thing turns inside and lets the ash out the bottom of the cyclone, which is like a big beefed up Dyson Hoover. He said it'll turn that auger on as well, but normally you'd never hear it because it not really be putting anything out, but because the bearing's gone you can hear it squeaking. So he said, but I was just about to ring you, I'm coming in the morning because we're going to modify that auger and we're going to put some new parts in the boiler. So he said don't mess with it now, we'll do it tomorrow. So great. This is today's quiz question. Does anyone know what that is? It's got like a loose thread in the middle of it. If you think you know, have a guess in the comments or click like. Ta-da! All clean. Just a trailer and a Merlot in it now. That's nearly it for today now. I've remembered to turn my calendar over. There's me at the cathedral in Liverpool with the fast track a few years ago. I don't know about anyone else that's had the COVID jab, but I had it on Saturday and it's now Tuesday. But every time I get cold, I feel awful. So I don't know whether it's the side effects are still ongoing or I'm now actually getting the cold or a flu or something like that. Hopefully it's just the effects of the vaccine. But if anyone else has had anything similar, let me know in the comments. And also, I'm never sure how long to do these videos. They're over sometimes about 11 or 12 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever. Depends what I've been doing that day. But if anyone thinks they're too long or too short, or they know the optimum length, again, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. I'm like new to YouTube. So I'll see you all tomorrow anyway.